Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys don't know me, my name is Tiana, but you can call me Tia. So today, I got a story for y'all. I am gonna tell y'all about the time that somebody pretended to be me for about 3+ years. I know at least 3 years. I'm not sure if it was happening before that. He basically had this guy thinking that he was dating me. She catfished him. So I basically we can call this, what can we call this video? She catfished him, pretending to be me. That's what we can call this video. That's gonna be the title. We're just gonna jump right into the story because it's a long ass story. This is about 3 years worth of shit. But I'm gonna try to summarize some things so you guys can get the gist of what the fuck happened. Okay, it all started, let's see, I would say about 2 years ago. I was living with my cousin at the time. I'm sleeping. It's like 1-2 o'clock in the morning. My cousin, she's like, Tiana, like, wake up. She's like, is this you? And she shows me her phone, and it's a Facebook profile. Now, me, I did have Facebook. I recently deleted it. I only had my family members and like a few other people on my Facebook at the time, so my Facebook wasn't really popping like at all. The Facebook that she showed me, it was like super fucking popular. It had plenty of friends. It was active all the time. Me personally, I was never on Facebook like that. If anybody were to like look at this shit compared to mine, I would look like the fake page. The page wasn't mine at all. So she's like, Tiana, like, is this you? Do you have like another page? And I'm like, I'm just woken up on my sleep to this bullshit. No, that's not me. That's weird. Like, we're lurking on the page, and dude, when I tell you, whoever made this page went fucking ham. They had pictures of me. They had pictures of my sister. They had childhood pictures. They had pictures of like my family. They had pictures of events that I was going to. A lot of these pictures date back to when I was like little. It just looks like this is me. It looks like it's me. And the page, the name on it was T Torres. My name is Tiana Torres. A lot of people call me T or Tia for short, but they spell T wrong. I spell T like either the letter T or T-E. The name was T-I and then Torres. So we're lurking through it, we're finding all this shit, and it's super fucking crazy. A lot of these pictures are like personal family pictures, and I'm like, how the hell? Girl, you did a lot. You did a lot. We're like, okay, let's go through the friends list to see if we find anybody that we know. We start going through the friends list. In the friends list, I find a fake profile of my little sister. And I was like, what, 17 at the time, so she was only like 15. And then there was a fake page of one of my friends. Let's say her name is Dina. They made a fake page of Dina too. We go and click on the profiles and we start going through those, and obviously like they're fake. Whoever made the same fake profile of me, they obviously made it of my sister and my friend Dina, because there's a lot of interaction between the pages. They're like, what the fuck? I go and I friend request the page from my real page. They blocked me, so wow, so smart, Tia. Then we were originally scrolling through my cousin's page, so she's like, wow, I guess I'll friend request them too. We're waiting for them to accept her friend request. We start scrolling through the profile a little bit more, and we see that the girl has a boyfriend. We're like, oh shit, bingo, maybe he can tell us what the fuck is going on. We go to his page, we're looking, he's like madly in love with me / her. They're in it's a cute relationship, like, I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty fucking cute online, but it wasn't me. It's like, we try to reach out to him like, hey, you're dating a fake page. Can you tell us what the fuck is going on? He blocks us. And then the fake page blocks my cousin, because we're so fucking smart. So we get blocked. I'm like thinking about it for a few days and I'm like, well, this is so freaking weird. Eventually, like, I just let it go. There's nothing I can really do. I'm blocked. There's nobody that I can reach out to freaking help me. Okay guys, sorry, my mom had walked in the room, so she's right here listening to this story for the first time too. I get this random like DM on Instagram from this random page, and they basically send me like this super long paragraph, and they're like, they want me to send a picture of myself holding up a piece of paper with my name on it. And basically the background to this is they're saying, I'm pretending to be you. I'm talking to this guy and he has a lot of money. He won't send me the money unless I send him a picture holding up my name, and like I need the money because I don't have a job. They just tell me like this really sad story. I show it to my friend and I'm like, what should I do? Because me, I feel kind of bad. I'm like, dang, like you're in a tough spot, but at the same time you shouldn't be pretending to be me. Like, no. I debate about it for a few hours. I let the message sit. And eventually I just tell them like, you know, I'm sorry, I'm not comfortable with that. Like, you shouldn't be trying to pretend to be me in the first place. Get a job. Like, do something, a side hustle. I don't know, there's so many ways out here to get money these days. You don't need to pretend to be me to scam people. Like, there's better ways to go about stuff like that. I'm like, hey, listen, I'm sorry. I cannot. They block me, and that's the end of that conversation. I never heard from them again. A few weeks later, this is all happening like within the span of a few months, I get another DM from like this random person. They're like, hey, somebody's pretending to be you, go to this school, but I'm not gonna tell you their name. And they're basically like teasing me on the whole thing. I'm just like, okay, this is getting stupid. You guys need to all stop DMing me and contacting me. If you're not gonna tell me who you are, I don't want to hear it. Like, it's getting annoying. If you're gonna pretend to be me, stay over there with it. What am I gonna do? Hunt you down? No. But don't just be in my face about it. It's irritating at this point. They're just like, yeah, they go to this school. I'm like, okay, can you tell me who it is? They're like, no. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna fight you about this. You're a fake page. There's no face for me to argue with, so I'm not gonna argue with the screen. So I let it go. That all drops. Like a month later, I get a DM from this kid that I went to elementary school with. I haven't even talked to him for like years at all. He was my sister's friend. He sends me a picture of this random guy and he's like, Tiana, do you know this guy? And I'm like, no. Like, that's a weird question. And he's like, are you sure? He's like, well, he thinks that you guys are dating. Huh? The thought that the fake page was dating him didn't come to my head right away. He had to explain it to me because I completely forgot about the situation at this point. Time has passed and I let it go. Like, yeah, he thinks you guys are dating. He thinks you guys have been dating for a few years. I found a fake page of you and I contacted him to like see if he knew if it was a fake page, and he won't believe me. So I'm like, okay, he must be talking about this crazy girl who's been like stalking me for years. Okay, let's try to get in contact with him. He's like, you want to video chat him and like let him know? Are you okay with that? I'm sitting here like, yeah, because if I can get in contact with him, if he thinks we've been dating for 3 years, he already trusts me, obviously. So I can get some information out of him and figure out what the heck is going on and figure out who's pretending to be me. I message him on Facebook and I'm like, hey, we have this mutual friend. What should I say this boy's name is? The one who contacted me. We're gonna say his name is Donnie. So Donnie, we have a mutual friend named Donnie. He hit you up before. I just want to let you know you're dating a fake page. If you want to video chat me, like, that's cool too, so you can see like I'm a real person. He messaged me back and was like, no, I don't believe you. And at that point I'm just like, okay, I offered to video chat you. What? Like, obviously I'm not lying. He's like, okay, give me a minute. Eventually he's like, okay, like, I'll video chat you. So I'm like, okay, cool. I ended up getting on 3-way video chat. So it's me, my boyfriend, and Donnie, and we're all on, the phone starts ringing, and the guy, he's a super sweet kid, by the way. He answers the phone and his whole face just like drops. And at that point, I felt really bad. This is crappy. So he's like out and about doing something right now. I just randomly called him out the cut. Like, I didn't ask him if he was busy. I called him. I wasn't finna wait. I'm like, hey, it's me, Cheese. He's just like, oh crap. And then he's like, I'll call you later. So I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine, you're busy, you can call me later. But I hang up. It was a sad little 2-minute conversation. I talked to Donnie about it, and I'm like, well, Donnie, now what? Donnie's like my sidekick at this point. He's like helping me. He's my little investigator. So he's like, we'll just wait for him to call you back and see what he knows. Like an hour goes by, my boyfriend calls me back, and he's like, so tell me what's going on. How am I supposed to tell you what's going on if I don't even know what's going on? You tell me what's going on. He's basically telling me how like he was dating this Paige for years. They got super close and they were talking on the phone every day, and she told him like her life story, and he was like, do you like, is this your brother's name? Like, he was asking me a bunch of questions about my personal life, and I'm just like, no, it might be true about what's happening in her life, but as far as like me, none of that stuff has ever happened to me. I don't even know these people. Maybe those things are actually happening to her. She was just using my face to like tell you about it. And he's like, well, it makes sense because they never video chatted. They were always on the phone. And her excuse was that she lived in a super strict household and her parents didn't allow her to video chat. But the things that he was telling me, it got kind of weird eventually. He would be on the phone with her and people in the background would call her Tiana. Like her siblings would be like, Tiana or T. That's so weird. Is this like a group thing? Like a game? No, that's not cool. This guy, he's all sad and stuff. I'm like, I'm not gonna push his buttons too much. He's super freaking sad. Like he was in love with this girl. Prom was coming up. He was either like flying to here for prom, because he lived in a completely different state from where I live, or he was gonna have her fly over there. Either way, they were going to prom together. They was making plans. They was gonna hang out, do all of this. I don't know how she was gonna pull this off, but you know, if she could, kudos to her. That's crazy. If you could pull that off, you talented. He was telling me how they were making all these plans. I talked to his dad. His dad was like in awe, and at first his dad was like, why did you do this to my son? And I'm like, I didn't do anything to your son. Somebody else did something to your son. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And the son was like, no, Dad, like she's cool. She's the real person. I'm like, yeah, I'm the real one. I'm not the bad one. So yeah, like I said before, I let him go. I let him, heal for a little bit, and then I called him the next day. So I'm like, okay, dude, you had your time. It's investigation time. I need to know what's going on. I need all the clues. I need the phone numbers, the addresses, the last name. I asked him like any freaking clues that could lead me to who this person is. I need to know, because I already know that this person is from where I'm from. The last person who DM'd me, they told me that she went to a school where I'm from. Like, I knew of the school, so I know they're from here. Where I'm from is not that big, and the internet does wonders, so it would not be hard to find this girl. So I need you to tell me like anything that could lead me to who this person is. He starts talking about like her home life and like little stuff, but it's not getting me anywhere. Finally, we hit a little bit of a jackpot. He starts telling me about her friends. Coincidentally, he said this name that rung a bell for me, and I was just like I said before, where I'm from is really small. A lot of people have the same name, but there's some names that only one person has because it's very small here. So we're gonna say her name is Lily. He's like, yeah, and her friend Lily, wait, I know that name. What's her last name? I don't know. It's like, we're gonna say her last name is Goody. So he's like, Lily Goody, I think. And I'm like, yes, I know that person. And you know what's funny? I went to elementary school with her too. How hilarious. Now, I just need to figure out where this girl goes. I hop on Instagram, the internet. They took me right to her page. And I'm like, okay, it's stalker time. We're going through her page. I'm like, I need to find out where this girl goes, because if I can figure out where this girl goes, then I can figure out where the real person goes. The person who DM'd me before told me what school they went to, but they were messing with me, so for all I know, they could easily be lying. I went to her page and I didn't find nothing. I couldn't find what school she go to. She wasn't that active on Instagram. And my boyfriend is very upset, and it's only a matter of time before he confronts her about it, because at this point she still doesn't know that she's caught. She still thinks everything is okay, and I told him not to tell her yet. If he could get inside information while she thinks they're still cool, this could help a lot in finding out who this person really is. And then eventually he's like, okay, I'm tired of this, I don't want to talk to her no more. And I'm like, okay, G, do what you gotta do. He's like, you're caught, I know you're not her. I don't know what happened. That was their own conversation. And she basically like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean for it to go this far, and I got invested. And I'm like, okay, this is like ridiculous. Oh, I forgot another part of the story. So before she knows that she's caught, he gives me her phone number because he's been texting her and calling her. So I took it to the group chat of my friends and we did a little FBI stuff. We Googled the phone number and it gave us a name and an address. She has to be a teenager if she's in high school still. We got a name that popped up, so I'm assuming it was like under her mom's name. We did have an address. I didn't go to that address. For all I know, it could be an old address with an old name and it could lead me nowhere. So we left that alone. He confronts her. She says she's sorry and she tries to explain herself. And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, okay, whatever. You did too much. It lasted too long. This happened for years. You had people messaging me and DMing me and bothering. They make their peace. They're cool. I guess they're still talking. And eventually, he asks me if he can give her my number. And I'm like, why does she want my number for? You already took my life. You want my number too? Whatever. Give her my number. She has everything else already. Sorry. And like, she was pretending to be me because it made her feel better because she had low self-esteem and she was going through a lot. To a certain extent, I feel bad because nobody should ever feel like shitty about themselves. That's really bad. But don't pretend to be somebody else. You need to learn to love yourself without trying to be me. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Y'all don't want to be me. Be yourself. There's only one of you. There's only one of me, and only I can be me. You can't be me, so stop trying to be me. I understand all of that, but like I was saying before, where you was like stealing my family pictures and posting it, like my childhood pictures, that's creepy. You shouldn't have done that. You bring my family into it, and that's where
What?
I wanted to beat you up. Oh yeah, you missed that part of the story.
What pictures?
They was on your page stealing like pictures when we was little.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody was tagging themselves on my pictures and the page name was My Family.
Yeah.
And I was untagging them.
Yeah.
They were tagging themselves on my pictures. That's what you're talking about?
Probably.
I don't know who that was.
The Facebook name was T Torres.
Yeah, but they were tagging themselves under like this thing named My Family.
Oh.
And I never knew who it was, but this was a long time ago.
Like some years ago? Or like
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about.
And I couldn't figure out who it was. It was our pictures from Disney and our
Yeah,
pictures from,
all of those. When me and Nana was
pictures
younger.
from Friday and stuff when we were younger.
Mm-hmm. See, she knows what I'm talking about. This is my receipts.
So who's the lady?
Who's the lady?
Who's the girl?
I'm not gonna put her real name out on the internet, but I'll
You know her?
No, I don't know her. I don't know her personally. But like I talked to her about the situation, and basically I told her like,
why she catfishing people like that?
I don't know, Mom. She told me why she did it. I'm like, okay, cool. I forgive you, but you can't do that no more. Let me find out you're doing this again. Like, this is not okay. I hope you learned your lesson because you just lost your boo. I'm not a fan of you no more.
She lost her boo.
They was going about 3 years strong. They was about to hit an anniversary and everything. Like, he was telling me it was about to be our anniversary, and I felt bad because I already had a boo. I couldn't do an anniversary with him. I can't have two boos. It just wasn't gonna work. So me and him broke up, and me and her broke up. And yeah, that's kind of like the end of the story. Me and her, we never kept in contact. I've never heard anything about a fake page again though. The page got deleted. She did delete it, which is cool. Thank you for deleting that if you see this video. The guy hits me up every once in a while. My boyfriend, he hits me up every once in a while. You know, say what's up, how's it going, you know. We say what's up every once in a while, and ever since that happened, I've never had a problem with this fake page again. That's basically what happened with everything. It was a pretty long story, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please, if you're gonna take anything away from this video, I'm gonna tell you to don't pretend to be other people, because you're not gonna get very far. You might get some years out of it, some pretty good years, but eventually it's gonna come to an end, especially if you live somewhere small like me. The internet, you know, it takes you all types of places. You're gonna get caught eventually. Somebody's gonna piece some things together. So just please don't pretend to be other people. Be yourself. Love yourself, because there's only one of you, like I said before. That's the end of my story time. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. If you guys like these story times, comment down below so I can do some more for you. If you have any other video suggestions, you can comment those too. My social media is going to be in the description box below. Please do not stalk me or pretend to be me. I do not support that. Okay? Alright. Bye guys. Love you.